So hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Hasta Education. So in this video I am going to discuss how to find out the argument of a complex number. Okay, so let's get started. So let's say you are given a complex number whose principal argument is to be found. Okay, so how to do that? So let's see the step by step approach. Okay, so it is the step number 1. Okay, so first of all convert the given complex number in standard form. Okay, so you have to write the complex number in standard form, and the standard form of a complex number is something like this: z equal to x plus iota y. Okay, where x and y belongs to the real number. Okay, and one thing we have to note that plus sign must be there in the standard form of a complex number. Okay, so in step number 2 you have to find out the value of x, that means the real part of the complex number, and you have to find out also the value of the y, which is nothing but the imaginary part of the complex number. Okay, now also find out the point xy. Okay, which is the point corresponding to the real part and imaginary part. Okay, so now you have to decide the quadrant in which the point xy lie. Okay, so first of all you have to write the complex number in standard form, that is z is equal to x plus iota y. After writing the complex number in standard form, you have to find out the value of x, that is the real part, and y, that is the imaginary part. Okay, and also you have to find out the point xy, and you have to decide the quadrant in which the point x comma y lie. Okay, so next you have to find out the value of alpha. Okay, and which is nothing but the tan inverse modulus of y upon x, or you can say that alpha equals to tan inverse modulus of imaginary part upon real part. Okay, now your principal argument, which is equal to theta, will be alpha if this point belongs to first quadrant. Your principal argument will be pi minus alpha if this point belongs to second quadrant. Principal argument will be minus of pi minus alpha if the point belongs to third quadrant, and the principal argument will be minus alpha if the point belongs to fourth quadrant. Okay, so basically the value of principal argument theta depends on the quadrant on which the point x comma y lie. Okay, so here it is the picture. In first quadrant the principal argument equals to alpha equals to tan inverse modulus of y upon x. Okay, in first quadrant real part is positive, imaginary part also positive. Okay, it is the second quadrant. In second quadrant the principal argument equals to pi minus alpha. In second quadrant real part, that is x, is negative, and the imaginary part, that means the y, is positive. Okay, in third quadrant the principal argument is given by theta equals to minus of pi minus alpha. Okay, so here real part is negative, imaginary part also negative. Okay, in fourth quadrant the principal argument is given by theta equals to minus of alpha. Here real part, that is x, is positive, and the imaginary part y is negative. Okay, so let's see an example. So let's say I have a complex number 1 minus root 3 iota. Okay, and I want to find out the principal argument of this complex number. Okay, so let's see the steps. So it is the step number 1. In step number 1 you have to write down the complex number in standard form. Alright, so standard form means z is equal to x plus iota y. Okay, you have to write down this complex number in this form. Okay, so z is equal to how much? 1 minus root 3 iota, so it will be 1 plus minus root 3 iota. So you have to write down 1 plus minus root 3 iota. Okay, so this is the standard form of the complex number. Okay, so here plus sign should be there in the standard form of a complex number. Okay, so always write a complex number in this form. Okay, something plus something iota. Okay, here the plus sign is very important. Okay, so this is the step number 1. Okay, and now let's see the step number 2. Okay, in step number 2 you have to find out the value of x, which is nothing but the real part, and the real part of this complex number is 1, and the y, that is the imaginary part. Here the imaginary part is minus root 3. Okay, and also you have to find out the point corresponding to x, y. Okay, and here the point is 1 comma minus root 3, and this point belongs to fourth quadrant. Okay, since x is positive and y is negative, so this 1 comma minus root 3 point belongs to fourth quadrant. Okay, in step number 3 we have to find out the value of alpha, which is equal to tan inverse modulus of y upon x, and which is nothing but tan inverse, here is the y minus root 3 and y modulus, so it will be tan inverse root 3, so it will be pi by 3. Alright, now step number 4, since the point x comma y, or you can say that 1 comma minus root 3 belongs to fourth quadrant. Okay, so the value of principal argument theta will be minus alpha equal to minus of pi by 3. Okay, so this is the procedure to find out the principal argument of a given complex number. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe the channel. Okay.